Your engine is trying to exhale, don't choke it. Whatever the engine sucks in has to come out the other end. It's that simple. The piston is forced to push burnt gas out of the chamber, and every ounce of strength it spends doing that is wasted horsepower. That kills drivability, it kills acceleration, it kills efficiency, and calling that restriction helpful back pressure? That idea is garbage. You can ask any computer, any stubborn mechanic, anybody who thinks they understand engines, and they'll all tell you the same thing because they're confused. They base their belief about back pressure on a brainless test. Remove exhaust restriction, the car feels slower. Leave it alone, the car feels normal and fast. The problem is, that test has nothing to do with back pressure and everything to do with scavenging. Back pressure is polar opposite. Most people have no clue what scavenging is and don't care, so they stay slow. Meanwhile, if you actually want performance, this explanation is for you. Scavenging is not a Venturi effect that relies on steady flow, because exhaust flow isn't steady. Each cylinder releases exhaust at a different time. It literally comes out in pulses. Scavenging also does not completely remove the work the piston does pushing exhaust out. That's not its job, but it does one thing and it's really damn good at it. Scavenging can still happen even with back pressure past the headers because it isn't some extreme vacuum, it's just a temporary low pressure zone. Now, the idea behind scavenging is that burnt gas wants to expand in the header and shoot into the exhaust. That expansion briefly lowers pressure in the header, and pressure always wants to flow toward lower pressure. Different header designs scavenge at different RPM ranges, but all headers have some level of scavenging. Now, that low pressure zone is the key regardless of design. It helps pull exhaust out across the exhaust valve and cylinder head ports, not down the pipe, and people get this completely backwards. When exhaust rushes past the valve, it helps pull in fresh intake charge during valve overlap, that tiny moment when intake and exhaust valves are open at the same time at the start of the intake stroke. Now that's scavenging. Here's the part everyone confuses about it. If you've ever cut off your exhaust, you know the car gets slower at low RPM. That's for a stupid simple reason. At low RPM, exhaust gas moves faster in smaller pipes, and faster velocity improves scavenging. That's why OEM exhausts are designed around low RPM torque. But at high RPM, that same exhaust becomes massively restrictive. It turns into a metaphorical storage chamber, builds back pressure all the way back to the headers, and leaves the piston pumping the exhaust gases out of the chamber with extra horsepower that could have gone to your wheels. Scavenging makes power, back pressure destroys it.